Is reality real? So today we're going to talk about realism and how the myth of realism is really there to trick the viewer. This is part of my series on visual literacy, but you could watch it as a standalone. Why you would want to, who knows? But let us start with this Bronzino. Was her skin that good? I doubt it. I doubt it. This is a Renaissance woman, she's probably very attractive, but her skin wouldn't have been that polished. One of the things that we see in the history of art before photography is that artists do this for a living. And so they flatter their sitters. We know this from, textual evidence around them. And so, like Queen Victoria, she was married the year, basically in the year the photography was really coming into fruition in the UK. And so she had full well the ability to take a very realistic portrait. She did not want that. She was notoriously vain and did not want anyone to know what she really looked like. And Queen Elizabeth, in contrast, was raised during World War II. She wanted to be more of the people. And so she generally had pictures that were less obviously airbrushed. But this is her coronation portrait taken by Cecil Beaton. And you notice that bright light behind her. And that is because you want to kind of create this aura. And so that is a visual manipulation. Literally any image of a person that you've ever seen made by another person has some sort of manipulation. And one of the things that happens in the human mind is that we often forget that. We have a natural ability that biologists have studied where we connect to people. People connect to people. This starts in early life, long before children can speak. They look at things that have eyes or they perceive have eyes and connect to it. And so we are predisposed to just assume it's realistic if it sort of looks realistic. Photography almost immediately butts up against this because all of a sudden you see a picture of yourself and you don't look like you look in the mirror and you don't look like the painting the guy did. And so quickly, photographers come up with all sorts of techniques to trick the eye in the way their painters did. So they might use lighting. They also manipulate negatives, and so people are often made skinnier because thin waists were really popular in the late 19th century. You might say there still are. And so photographers knew that reality that was unvarnished wasn't going to sell. And so you have this culture, and throughout history, where we as humans are easily manipulable because we see it as reality and then we don't go deeper, we don't question it. This has come into play pretty much since the era of films where we used to, put Vaseline on camera lenses. We did all kinds of things and we continue to do them. But the thing that is really a problem is before 2006 is when the iPhone comes out. So before that, I think we had a healthy knowledge that something was happening, and we didn't have the ability to manipulate images of ourselves so easily. But now we have this duality where everything is Photoshop. This is what we see as beauty. And then we can Photoshop ourselves. We can add filters to ourselves. And what it's resulted in is a report that more and more people, particularly young people, feel very unhappy about how they look. And there's a lot higher rate of plastic surgery. So basically, this whole thing that we have manipulated reality has basically transformed our reality. Now, that is not just for images of people's faces. I often think people love surrealism because they know they're being tricked, and so they can see the trick. And they can connect to it immediately because they're like, oh, I get it. And then they can look at it and sort of make meaning of it. But in truth, this kind of manipulation is happening in any image you consume. All of your influencer images are being manipulated. You might be manipulated literally, like this might be Photoshop, they've added light, they've brightened things up, but you could be manipulated by their actual lifestyle, or, this might not be even their house, and all of that kind of stuff. So, what do you do about this? Well, you need to treat every image as surrealism. You have to assume they are doing something to manipulate reality. And then you have to wonder why they're doing it. Like this video. I've put a bright light on my face because I read that people who put a bright light on their face connect more to viewers and they're going to get more views. Now, then you can then wonder, why is she wanting more views? I, of course, want to teach more people. I would also like to earn more. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But I'm making transparent the choices I made in my image. The thing you need to remember is the person who did this Photoshop is not doing that. They're not making it transparent. So you intellectually have to wonder what is different in reality than what you're looking at and why they did that. And then what is their gain in this? And then, there's nothing wrong with saying, and I wanted to look the best for the thing. That is fine. But then the final thing you need to do is remember, when you're thinking about yourself, you don't need to line yourself up to that. Right? It's not like I have this light on my face every day. And you can think that too, like about any media you consume. My reality is different than theirs, but the one they're giving me is twisted. It is not real. So thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and tell a friend.